for the database management systems where we're looking at a union now. So we have an operation on tuples. This is what we're going to be looking at. So we have the union of R and S. These are like two different elements. And we want to include all tuples that are either in R or in S, or in both R and S. So we can do either R or S, or both of them here. Duplicate tuples are eliminated. Now we have an example just to show these notes that we have here, because that's basically it. An example is to retrieve the social security numbers of all employees who either work in Department 5 or directly supervise an employee who works in Department 5. And for that, we're going to use this table that we have here. And we've looked at this table before, so it should be very familiar. That can be found in the playlist linked below the like button. So we know that we're going to retrieve the social security numbers of all employees who at least work in Department 5. Inside of our result 1 for our SSN, we would get everyone that works in Department 5. So like this first person, the second person, the fifth, and the sixth person all work in Department 5. And so we're getting those social security numbers there. And then it says, or directly supervise an employee who works in Department 5. We are going to have to look for in our Department 5s, and we can see that there are only two super SSNs that are different. These two down here are the same as line 1. So we're just going to have this line 1, the super SSN, and the second line inside of here. And that's going to be our result 2. How we would really draw this out is like this. So into our department DEP5 underscore EMPS, that's just the naming of it, we are going to put the like omega symbol, I think it is, and that just means that we're putting it in here, and we have the department number 5 in like a under subscript. We have the name, which is our employees that we're passing in. That's the table that we're currently looking at for the element, and so that's going to get passed in here. This entire table is passed in here. We're going to look at that table. We're going to look at it here and in this next one right here, in result 1 and result 2. Result 1, we're just going to get the social security numbers of all the employees in our Department 5. Notice how we have this like pi and then our SSN. The omega, or whatever it is, gets the table. This one gets the tuples. So we're going to get all of them and we're going to store it in result 1. Next we have our result 2, SSN. Into this, we are going to store the pi super SSN, so it gets the super SSN of all the Department 5 employees. And then we want to combine it all together in our result, because for this example, it says to retrieve the social security numbers of all employees who either, so it's going to be for both departments. So both of these are going to be unioned together and stored in our result. That'll be pushed in here. And that's going to be it for our union and how we would do an example on it. Next, we're going to be looking at union compatibility. So for union compatibility, the operand relations, we have this element RR, and then inside of here we have like A1, A2, A1, and so on, and our R2 with B1, B2, and so on and so forth. And these A1s and B1, B2s are just attributes. So they must have the same number of attributes, so like this N would have to be the same for both. And the domains of corresponding attributes must be compatible. So we must be able to like set them equal to each other. We want to use the same name when dealing with a union or an intersection, just because it makes everything easier. Speaking of intersections, that'll be the next topic we'll cover, but that will be in the playlist linked below the like button in the description.